a dream that will need all the love you can give. Every day of your life, for as long as you live.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my CraftyBabs YouTube channel. This is CraftyBabs, and today our project is burning material to make flowers. This process is not that hard. I guess the main thing is you have to be careful while you're doing this is not to burn yourself. So please, I caution you. All the materials that are needed and necessary to complete this project are here on my table, and I want to point out that I have already made one just to show you what it's going to end up looking like here on my lapel. The one we're going to make is an aqua color. There are easy steps involved. You need to be sure that the material that you use is burnable, and most materials that are man-made, whether it's silk or organza, things that will actually melt. When I say burn, we're not burning them, we are melting them so that they shrivel up and have curves and corners and all kinds of things that look really cool. So on the table here I have the parts of this project laid out for you, and this is the original material that I bought, I think at Cloth World or some place local here. So it varies in what size you want the flower. You can have a large flower like this one, or you can make them smaller. They can be used for many different reasons, whether it's a piece of clothing that you want to accessorize, or you can wear it in your hair, or even put it on a present. I mean, that would be a beautiful bow for someone. So let's get started. The thing that you have to do is, depending on how thick you want your flower, you need to lay it down and just brace around the circle. So your circle doesn't need to be perfect. This was done with just a plate or something that I used. So you draw all the way around the circle, and then you vary each one. I have cut for my flower 2 of each. So 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of the other 2 sizes. So once you do that, then you lay them out. I'm going to go ahead and put this up so it's out of my way. Okay. Now, I have already done half of this to save on time, but I wanted to show you what you do next. Once your circle is cut out, then you need to take your scissors and sort of cut into it to make a petal. So as you can see, I've made 6 petals. And the easiest way to do this is just, if you look how it's folded in half, do 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock. Once you do 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, which is halfway on both ends, then all you do is turn your flower and cut into it about, I've got about it with a large piece, about a little over an inch. I cut it twice. So now you have, for the 12 o'clock, you have 1, 2, 3 petals on both sides. 1, 2, 3. So you do that for each piece, which I've already done, again to save on time. 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Now, the next step is to start melting. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to light my tea light. This is a tea light. You can use a regular candle. This seems to be the easiest. You can buy a whole bunch of them for a couple of dollars. So let me go ahead and light this candle. All right. Happy birthday to me. Anyway, the process is making sure that you don't get too close, because if you get too close, you're going to actually burn your material. You don't want to do that. it'll also char it and make it black, which you can still resurrect it. But all you want to do is get, hopefully you can see, I have several angles for you. You can see, the closer I get, I don't know if you can see that, it actually starts melting. And that's all you want to do. You want to melt it in a curved shape so it looks like an actual petal. So I'm going to do each one of these as fast as I can. Hopefully, again, you can see this. I know there's a glare with this light. Maybe you can see it at the other angle, but I'm just going to go through and have fun. This is fun. I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying watching it. Okay, sometimes they want to curve on you. Just be careful. Get the edges so it's not sharp. It actually looks like a petal. Round it off, in other words. Again, all the way around. I really enjoy this. And the finished product, man, it's beautiful. I've gotten so many compliments. Now see, I melted that a little bit too much, got too close to the flame, but that can be fixed, okay? Keep doing it all the way around. Now, organza is not that expensive. I only bought, when I bought it, maybe a yard at the most, and I bought a huge amount of colors so that would match some of the outfits that I wear. But again, anything that's in the polyester, silk especially, is wonderful, but this organza does quite a good job. All right. Now, I wouldn't suggest that you allow children to do this. Now, see, I did that, but that's not a bad thing. You know, it actually looks like a cut into the flower, which in nature actually happens. So don't feel bad about where you think you really made a mess. Now here's the next step. This flower lays too flat. Now what you're going to have to do is kind of scrunch it up in the middle. So again, you're going to hold it over your candle flame, and you're going to be real careful you don't get it too close. But if you watch, it starts melting. Even that's okay. You see how I made a hole? That's going to be hidden when I put it all together. So this is the one part that you have to be really, really careful about, because all of a sudden it gets just enough heat to melt it. But that's not what you want. You want to scrunch it up. So turn your flower around. That's okay. Alright, we're going to stop there. Again, this looks like you've destroyed it. It's not going to show. Alright, the next one, same thing. Try to do this a little bit quicker. Now, I have seen on some other crafters them suggesting that if you don't want to actually go out to a cloth store and buy, go to Goodwill or Salvation Army and see if you can't purchase some dresses or some scarves or some shirts that are made out of man-made materials and just cut them up. A lady bought a 100% silk child's dress for $1.59, I think. Pure silk. And it was a gorgeous dress, but she wanted it specifically to make flowers with. So now I'm like you, I like to surf and look at other crafters their ideas. That's the thing about crafting, is I enjoy the creativity that people have. I've learned a lot by watching other people. Other people have watched me. And we are a community, sort of a family of people that enjoy the same kind of passion. So I don't mind sharing my ideas with other people. And obviously, because there's YouTube, other people enjoy doing the same thing. So there we go. We've got that one done. Again, this is the most difficult part to me, is making sure that you don't get it too close. But you still need to scrunch it up a little bit. Alright. I'm holding this just far enough that I feel the heat, but not enough to burn me. Alright, there I put a little hole. But again, you're not going to see it. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Okay, you see how it scrunched it up a little bit and kind of curled it in? Alright, just have 2 more and then we can put the whole flower together. Layer by layer. Alright, come on. A little bit smaller, so it should go a little bit faster. Now the other thing you can do with these flowers, I have all one color, but you can vary them with colors that actually complement each other. In other words, a layer upon a layer upon a layer, one color, another color, another color, another color. You can also intersperse them with lace and other particular types of bridal materials. I've seen some gorgeous flowers done that way. Alright, we are getting there. Okay, one more petal. Then we have the middle part. Come on. Uh-oh. A little hole, but that's okay. So even when you make a mistake, it's a creative mistake. It's not really a mistake. It's just the way things happen. Not like I'm gonna get a prize for a no mistake flower. Uh-oh, see? I've got a little hole there, but that's okay. Alright, last one. This one is the easiest one of all of them. Of course, it's the smallest one, so you have to be super careful you don't get too close to the flame. But pretty soon I'm excited to be able to put this together and show you. The other thing about crafting is the joy of being able to share your gift with other people. Be able to say, I made it myself. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Made it myself. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. And I can show you how if you're interested. So, I've taught craft classes for a long, long time. And now I have the joy of sharing it with that knowledge, that passion with other people, hopefully all around the world, not just here in the United States. But you see how this is curled up? And that's what you want. But you have to do it in the middle. Okay? Now, I'm going to blow this out. You'll see a little bit of smoke. Ah, burnt candle. Oh. Okay, put that aside. Now, like I said, I half did this for you to save on time. And I have the one I just made, okay? And I'm going to put that one underneath. So you see, you don't see the holes. When it's all put together, you're not going to see them. So you want to kind of vary these. You don't want to stack the petals on top of the petals. All right. And I have my hot glue gun over here. And one thing I didn't do, and I probably ought to be careful about it, is, okay, again, you might be able to see that hole. Here, let me take it out and put it where you can see it. Can you see that hole through there? But when it's all put together, you're not going to see it. So let me get my hot glue gun and start actually putting this beautiful flower together, okay? Alright, just a dab, that's all you need. And if your glue is super hot, it's gonna, let me vary this a little bit, okay? It might even melt the material. So the next layer, I have two of them. Remember, I made one earlier. This one has the hole. Can you see the hole? A hole. But that's okay. I'm going to put it down underneath. And just a dab of glue. That's all you need, just a dab. Okay? Lay it on top. Press it down so it touches. I'm going to make contact. Alright. The next one that I had made previously. Can you see what's happening here? Easy, right? That's the other thing, is when people would tell me that, you know, Babs, I can't do that. And I know the feeling, but when I have something like this and they say they cannot do that, I said, well, can you do step number 1? Can you cut out a circle? Well, sure, that's no problem. Okay, step number 2, can you do this? Yeah. Step number 3, 4. By the time they're done with step number 7, they've created the same thing I've created. And that's all it is. It's just a process, step by step by step. Okay, almost done here. I'm excited to show you something at the very end, so don't leave me. Stay tuned, because it's kind of like a secret that I've shared with other people. Here's the other one that I made earlier. It's really, I'm starting to like this, and I love the color. I don't know how you feel about it, but this particular shade is one of my favorites. I'm a blue person. I love blue. All shades of blue. Now the last two, okay? 1 and 2. I don't even think I need to put another drop. If you press right into it and it's not that hot, it will stick. Now here's what I have. Alright? Of course, I have these spider webs that you have to clean off. Oops, I better finish that gluing. I thought it would stick, but it didn't. Alright. There, now it will stick. Okay. So, I have not a button, but let me tell you something. Many years ago, I was able to purchase 10 pounds of junk jewelry through eBay. And when I got it, I was so surprised at all the treasures that I got in that box. 10 pounds of things like this. Discarded jewelry, jewelry that had 1 stone missing, earrings. I got out of that 10 pounds probably 12 pairs of earrings, which was such a treasure. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I happen to really like this button. I have to press it down and hold it down just for a little bit. But here's the secret I wanted to tell you about. Most people, when they do this, they put a backing on here, and then you're dependent to your lapel with a pin. I find that I have actually ruined some shirts as the pin sticks, and it puts a little bit of a tear or whatever in my shirt, and it's never the same again. So one thing I've learned is that you can buy little magnets, and the one that I have on right now is just a magnet, and it doesn't destroy your clothing. And they're super magnets, so you can buy them on eBay, you can buy them on Amazon, anywhere, maybe even at your local craft store. But that's what I find works best. I've even put them on my hair with magnets. So that's the finished part of it. I'll go ahead and glue this. I need to be sure that I'm gluing down the right side. Okay, hold it down. Doesn't matter what it looks like on this side, you're not going to see it. I'm going to turn this over. Isn't that beautiful? I think so. Very frilly, very light, no weight to it in your hair. Like I said, you can make them different sizes. You can vary it with whatever materials you use. But that's my project for today. So I want to remind you that I appear every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m. on Twitch. So please watch me. I will have a potpourri of all kinds of craft projects to share with you. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel below. Thank you for watching. Happy crafting. And God bless you. Bye-bye.
A dream that will need of a